Yo, what's up, Swag? And you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy KLR, aka KL Swag, back here with a video, man. Look, man, as I said before, man, I am sorry, y'all. I don't have the ring light to, y'all know, bro. I don't have a ring light right now, man. Um, so I can see my nice glowing black ass, But I'm working on getting another ring light and stuff like that, man. But anyways, man, ESPN decided that they wanted to block the video, man, to the reaction to the game. So we're gonna react to the Michigan versus um Washington game, man. Basically, Matt be great and his take on it, and I'm gonna talk about it also, you guys. But I'm still gonna drop the highlights when they take the block off. I just don't know when, probably a day or two.
And here's
Let's get into it.
all these randoms and casuals.
Also, you guys, if you guys see if you guys hear anything about the audio or anything like that, just let me know down below in the comments, man. I did see a couple of you guys say something in the comments about my audio or something like that. Then I heard somebody tell me that I have the worst reaction channel on YouTube. Then I had somebody comment and say something about, oh yeah, you needed to delete your channel. You need to delete it ASAP. I'm like, God damn, but guess what? I'm gonna keep going. Bitch.
Twitter and everywhere you look going,
Oh.
Washington, they shouldn't even have been in the game. Washington's a fluke of a team. They got lucky to be there. No, shut up. You don't know ball. Look, I don't claim to know everything, and I've got a lot to learn, but here's what I do know. Football and basketball are all about matchups.
Yep.
A team like Washington will never, and mark this down, they will never win a national championship.
That's true. That's definitely true.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but the season's over. I was about to say it's a bittersweet feeling, but the more I think about it, there's nothing sweet about it whatsoever. It's just bitter. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy college basketball, some NFL here and there, the playoffs, that's going to be awesome, but nothing can come close to comparing to college football. That's what I love the most.
Okay, JJ McCarthy highlights.
Brings it up, but I swear, man, it's true. The season always flies by. I don't know what it is. It seems like it takes forever to get here. The off season, it's long, it's boring. There's no news going on.
That's true.
You try to create some drama, and then when August finally arrives, it feels like you watch one or two games, you blink, and now it's January 9th.
That's
the
true.
season goes by way too fast, but I think we're all in the same boat here. And good news, though, fortunately, when we have this new 12-team playoff, I think the season will be going through, like, what is it, January 20th, something like that? So at least in the future, it's going to extend a little bit longer. But for now, at least, this year, it's over. Heck of a year, man, heck of a year. And I'll speak more about this later in the week. But I just want to give a major and big-time shout-out to all the subscribers, everybody part of our community, the old subscribers, the new subscribers, everybody that's been watching this year. I greatly appreciate you guys.
Okay.
You've made it yet again another amazing college football season. Nothing is better to me in this.
Damn. All right. I think it's good, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear my black ass? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's keep it going.
They're not just the college football games in the season, but what I like the most is interacting with you guys and seeing what y'all are saying on Twitter and reading all the comments throughout the season. You can't beat it because, yes, we're all one big community, but we got a bunch of diversity in the community. We got fans of all types of teams, and it's really interesting to see what somebody says after, oh, this team loses and that team loses and so on. You know how it goes. Like I said, I'll speak more on that later throughout the week, so stay tuned for that. We'll have a proper send-off, trust me. But for now, at least, we got to talk about this national championship, and I have a lot to say, so strap in, buckle up, get you a snack, get your popcorn, get you your favorite meal you like to when you watch a video, because it's going to be a good one. First things first, let me throw this in there to give you some context and perspective. When the game wrapped up last night, of course, did my reaction video. I'm sure some of you may have or may not have seen that. Well, after the live reaction video, I watched some film, went to bed, woke up early this morning, and I watched the rest of the game. And when I say rewatch the game, let me clarify on that. This morning, I rewatched the entire game for the second time. And I don't want to say I waste my time watching the game for a second time, but here's what I want to tell you. How I felt immediately after the game in the reaction video. You guys saw that last night. Is how I still currently feel right now as when I'm speaking and making this video. Essentially meaning, my opinion on this game hasn't changed to the slightest of bits. Even after rewatching it, even after knowing what to look for, there's nothing new. And that is very odd because if you've been keeping up with the channel this season, you know I like to do a lot of film breakdowns. For example, in the Alabama-Michigan game, there was a ton of stuff I picked up on rewatching it that I did see the first time.
Yeah.
Same thing in the Texas-Washington game, but in this game, no, there's none of it. And maybe it's just due to the fact, and we'll get to this in just a second, Michigan just simply outplayed them, and it wasn't even close. It wasn't even a ball game. And I know Washington kept it close, but that was just due to Michigan not putting their foot on the gas. Although late into the third quarter, it was 20-13, it never felt that close to me. No way. The final score was a better representation of how I felt the game was going, at least in my humble opinion. From kickoff to the end, never for a split second did I feel or tell myself, well, dang, I think Washington might be able to pull this off. I never felt that.
I really thought Washington was going to come back. I really thought Washington was going to do their thing. And I thought they was going to come back. And I thought Pennis was going to air that mother out. I thought Pennis was going to cop that thing back and... Bro, I thought he was going to air it out. But that Michigan defense was balling. I mean, DBs balling. Locking niggas up. Swatting the ball out. They was definitely balling, man. The safety, from the safety to the corners, man, and all the way down to the linebackers, bro. They was doing real good, bro, doing their thing in the secondary, bro.
And I tweeted this out after the first touchdown, and everybody in the comment section, and I'm calling you out. Everybody was like, oh, Matt, you're jumping the gun. I was like, no, I ain't jumping the gun.
My vision for the world is bigger than you could dream. Now that I'm here, physical...
I said, after that first touchdown, the game's over. The real national championship was last week between Michigan and Alabama, and I firmly believed that when I tweeted it out, and guess what? I was right, and it was true. I need to calm down, though. I need to calm down. Matt, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Sorry. We'll get to that shortly. Trust me. We'll get to it. I do want to address this because all throughout the game, even after the game, and even the following morning, you got all these Georgia fans and everybody else tweeting this out. Georgia, they would have destroyed this Washington team, and which I somewhat agree with. I think Georgia probably would have beat Washington in the same way that Michigan beat Washington.
Yeah.
No problem with that, Georgia fans. And you know I love you guys, but you didn't even beat Alabama, so just calm down. That is the equivalent to me getting up here on Twitter.
That's true.
Going, oh, my gosh, Washington sucks, man. If Alabama was playing Washington, we would have beat them by 30, and we would have won another national championship. You sound dumb, and you sound like a sore loser. As an Alabama fan myself, do I feel like we would have beat Washington? Of course. But I'm not going to sit up here and continue to tweet about it because the bottom line is, we didn't even beat Michigan, so there's no need to even have the conversation.
That's true. Y'all didn't.
The end of that there. Now, as far as it goes for a game itself, the one thing I will say, and some people were bringing up on Twitter, is all the holding calls that Michigan got away with, and I saw them. There was about 3 to 4 clear holds that Michigan was doing against Washington that never got called. And, of course, people are crying about it on Twitter, but here's my thing. Even if they call these holds, Michigan still wins the game. Let's not act like this was some one-score ball game. No. Those holds were not the difference in this game.
Yeah.
I want to address that because when I was rewatching it, I was like, yeah, I need to talk about that.
Penix definitely was off. This game, he was off. Like, badly off. Like, throwing the ball off. Like, bro, it was so many dudes that was wide-ass open, and he was just messing up on his throws, bro. He was not really on his game. Like I said, the wide receivers for Washington was doing their thing, to be honest. They were running good routes, but I ain't gonna lie, Pennis couldn't get it there, bro. Now, don't get me wrong, Michigan had an amazing defense, man. They were doing their thing in the secondary, but the only thing is that Pennis could not get it to the receivers, and he couldn't get it in that tight hole or whatever like that. Pause. Yeah. But, hey, man, it is what it is, though. He just couldn't finish, man. He was just off that game. It'd be like that.
Furious about that. Now, let me also address this, and by the way, if you didn't watch my preview video, I did predict Michigan to win this game, and I nailed it on the head. That was one of my better predictions this season. But to me, it was a fairly easy prediction. And it's why I can't get up here and talk about this game too much, because it feels like I've already spoken about it before it even happened. What did I tell you guys in the preview? Washington matches up terribly against Michigan, and therefore, they are going to lose. You know what? Why don't I just throw it in the video? I'm going to try to find the clip. Matt, find a clip. This game against Michigan is a very bad matchup for Washington. Football is all about matchups, and Michigan... All right, so there it is. I showed you the video clip, and I'm going to harp on that a little bit more. Look, I don't claim to know everything, and I've got a lot to learn, but here's what I do know. Football and basketball are all about matchups. And the reason I know this is because it's dating back to when I was playing sports. I know this because, well, I lived it. And I'll use basketball for an example because that was my favorite sport growing up. And normally throughout the basketball season in your area, you play every team twice. And there was teams all throughout my basketball career that we were not better than, but for some odd reason, we always beat them and we had their number. Vice versa, there was a couple teams that I thought for sure we were better than, and we could never beat them. Why is that, though? For one reason, matchups. It's the same thing in football, and I will continue to bring this up because it's the greatest example I can give you. Look at Georgia. Georgia has steamrolled everybody the past 3 years except for Alabama. Why is that? Because they match up terribly against Alabama. They play right into Alabama's hands. They're a carbon copy paste. They want to run the ball and do play action, and that is not a recipe of success to beat Alabama. Very rarely, if ever, are you going to beat Alabama playing their same style of football. Granted, Michigan did it, and that just goes to prove how good Michigan actually was. I say all that to say this, though. In this national championship game, the main reason I picked Michigan to win, and I wasn't too concerned with the game whatsoever, is because Washington matched up terribly against them. I knew Washington couldn't stop the run, and I knew on the other side of the ball, they couldn't run the ball against
That's true.
And if you can't run, and if you can't stop the run, your chances of winning not just the championship, but any game are slim to none.
Definitely true.
Unfortunately for Washington, Michigan is one of the best running teams in the nation, and they're also one of the best teams at stopping the run. I'm not saying that Washington couldn't have won this game, but here's what I am saying. You almost had to be slightly delusional to even pick them in this game. There was no signs pointing towards that Washington had the upper hand in this game whatsoever. And I stated this before the game, and it came true. Here's the difference. For Michigan to win, what does J.J. McCarthy have to do? Nothing. Just manage the game.
J.J. McCarthy did not do shit.
5, 6, 7, great pass.
This man, J.J. McCarthy, did not really do anything, bro. Please do not say that he's the best quarterback in college football because he's not. J.J. McCarthy is not that good. It was that defense, and it was that running back, bro. It was those two running backs. It was Blake and the other guy, bro. JJ didn't really do much, bro. He had 100 and something passing yards, and bro, threw a pick, I think. But he didn't really do nothing, bro. I think the only thing that he really did do is run the ball to get the first down. I can do that. You can put me back there, I can do that. Or that backup quarterback, he can do that. J.J. McCarthy didn't do nothing all that crazy, bro. Yeah, he got a couple throws off or whatever like that, but overall, he didn't really do shit, bro. That's just me keeping it real. Y'all can get mad all you want.
He doesn't even have to do anything crazy. On the flip side, the only way, and I'm talking about the only way Washington would have had a chance in this game, is if Michael Penix Jr. has a game of his life yet again and has 15 to 20 miraculous throws. And that's just for Washington to have a chance.
That's true.
And I know what some of you may be sitting there saying, well, Matt, come on, man. Hindsight's 20/20. And okay, if you want to use that excuse, it's fine. I said the same thing 3 days ago or 2 days ago whenever I did the preview. And here's what I'm sick and tired of. All these randoms and casuals on Twitter and everywhere you look going, oh, well, Washington, they shouldn't even have been in the game. Washington's a fluke of a team. They got lucky to be there. No, shut up. You don't know ball. You know what it really was? It's more so of, and how about you start talking about this, Michigan was really that good this year. And it goes back to this. Washington, unfortunately, just matched up terribly against Michigan. It's just terrible logic for you to sit up here and say, well, oh, Washington shouldn't have been there. Do you remember they beat one of the best teams in the country, Texas, only about a week ago?
That's true. That's true.
Because if Washington didn't have all those blunders at the end, it wouldn't have been that close. And I get why everybody's saying it, because everybody's like, oh, my gosh, another year, another blowout. Trust me, I hate it just as much as you. And me personally, I wasn't even too upset that it wasn't that close of a game because I was telling myself when the rankings came out, the winner of the Alabama-Michigan game is going to win the championship. So theoretically speaking, the Alabama-Michigan game is the championship. That's how I viewed it. And it didn't matter who won the Washington-Texas game. I just thought, and I knew, the winner of the Alabama-Michigan game will be the champion. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know what it is, but the whole focal point of this video is matchups. If you don't match up good with a team, it's over. It's over before.
That's true, man. Like I said, bro. It is what it is, man. To be honest, Washington just wasn't a better team. It was Michigan, and they couldn't stop that run. Michael Penix locked up, receivers locked up, and could the game have been a little bit more? I say, could they have put up probably 21 to 31 points? Maybe. Penix missed a lot of throws and stuff like that, and also holding calls, and also a bunch of other stuff also. But overall, Michigan played an amazing game, man. And, hey, it is what it is, man. Washington fans, be happy that your ass damn near made it to to the national championship game. Be happy for that. And Penix, hey, just wasn't your game, man. Love y'all. Stay swagged up.